Hey guys, we are live, I hope. Welcome to the Monday Night Tech Talk. I am Eric, your host. I'm glad you guys could join me tonight. Let me know how the audio and the video is coming across because YouTube, yet again, did a whole bunch of changes. I see we've got a completely different chat client here, and well, hopefully things work. Definitely there was some trouble with the feed not showing up for some. I guess some people maybe had some trouble finding where this was at. Hopefully that's all sorted out, guys. We'll just have to make do, I guess. Quickly, I'll catch up on the chat and we'll see how we're making out. Glitch is here. Hey, Glitch. Leroy is here. Hey, Leroy. Good to see you guys. Peter Green is here. Hey, Peter. Glitch asked me, did I see the latest video on his project? Yes, Glitch, I did. I didn't get it. Well, actually, I kind of did get it into the broadcast, just not that specific one. And good audio and video. Thanks, guys. Awesome. McBong's Lab is here, too. Hey, oh, Mike is here, too. Hey, guys. Oh, we're getting, people are making it in. Sorry about last week, guys. These things are going to happen. It's going to be a busy summer. More on that later. But yeah, we didn't have a broadcast last week. Couldn't make it happen. Just couldn't connect the dots. So it was, yeah, it was one of those things. What are you going to do? Let's get things. I'm just going to sort things out. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'll get the chat client sorted out. Get that up on screen for the replays later because that's awfully handy in the replay. Get some content set up here, guys, and we will get going. I think. Maybe. Hopefully, I really hope YouTube does a better job on this live broadcast. I do have some moderators in here, Glitch, who are set to a mod, so hopefully if we have any trouble, hopefully they fix this up. I saw on YouTube's upcoming live like streaming for gaming, one of their selling points was to try and somehow catch up to Twitch on the chat functionality and banning and moderation. I have my doubts that they'll ever even get close, but I have high hopes that YouTube can at least improve it between from what they had before, guys. We only ever had one problem with spammers in here, actually. It's been surprising, but the day's gonna come where we're gonna have some trouble, so hopefully the moderation works out. And hopefully, this is weird. I think the chat client has maybe changed. No, maybe not. We're alright, I think. Yeah, we'll go with it. Let's get started, guys. There we go, we're good. Holy smokes, I didn't forget how to do this. Guys, we'll do viewer questions throughout. Just hit me up in the chat. If I don't see it, one of the other guys in here, lots of good technology in here. Someone will be able to answer your question if I can't get to it right away. We're going to do some tech news. We're going to cover the viewer challenge, some stuff on 3D printing, a bunch of stuff from the community of hackers and makers, some stuff from the shop. This is the MKme.org shop. Some sneak peeks of upcoming. Reminder, guys, in the description below you can find a link to the IMP printer. If I miss your comment in the chat and you really want to get through to me, you can send it to makeme.org/imp and it will show up on a piece of paper right here in front of me. Works pretty good. Till one of these days when someone decides to spam the heck out of it, but it hasn't happened yet. We're pretty good. Some tech news this week, guys. Well, I should say first, this is basically 2 weeks of tech news because I did have some of this content laid out and I thought I'd keep a bunch of it. So this is basically 2 weeks. The ISS 40 crew from the 43 mission landed safely in Kazakhstan. That was super cool. Really happy to see that. I wonder what farmer has those fields and whether he gets compensated for all the damage. A silly thought. But anyway, the crew touched down safely in the middle of nowhere land. That's always nice to see. Oculus Rift, guys, this is huge. For those of you who haven't seen it, the Oculus Rift is a virtual reality goggles. A friend of mine actually purchased a set, but the problem is he's on the other side of the United States, so I don't get to come and see them. But Oculus and Microsoft seem to be doing a pretty heavy-duty team-up, and this makes sense. Where it's going to go, I don't know, but it's odd to see Microsoft and essentially Facebook partnering up. So we'll see where this goes. I love the goggles. I love the idea. I've never laid my hands on a set, so I got advanced without wanting to, but hey, let's go with it. So Hackaday, guys. You need to go over to Hackaday. If you're not already a member, you need to head over there, and they have a voting system. You can vote for the 2015 Hackaday prize, but as a result, every time you vote, whether you know this or not, you're entered into a prize draw. A first prize for each of the, I think it's, correct me guys, I don't know whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, but it's $1,000 store credit for the top prize, and then a whole boatload of t-shirts and stuff. All you got to do is go over there and click the link. You got to be signed up as a Hackaday site member, which takes you like 2 seconds, and then just vote for your favorite 2015 prizes. It's just a 50-50 vote. You pick between 2 different projects and just blast through 50 of them, and you're entered into this contest. A lot of people don't know about it. It's really cool. It's a chance to win, well, actually big money. Who couldn't use $1,000 of Hackaday store credit? That'd be totally cool. So check it out, guys. Somebody's using the end. Yeah. Somebody's sending me haircut comments on the amp. Good stuff. DuPont brings wireless charging to Korean countertops. I thought this worthy of sharing. This is not a new idea, but the fact that it's becoming more mainstream, wireless charging, basically coils laid into pre-made countertops. I think we're going to see this in building materials like counters, obviously, but even in walls with touch sensing drywall and stuff. I really think we're going to see this become a trend, and it's pretty cool. It's a cool idea. I don't know how efficient it would be to have your counter live all the time doing some AC losses there, but hey, I'm sure you could probably flip a switch and turn it off when you're not in use. But it's a neat idea. A lot of the phones, some of the phones come pre-made with the wireless charging built into them. iPhone I don't think does. You got to plug in a little dongle, which kind of defeats the purpose. Why would you plug that in and then wireless charge it? Why not just plug it to the charger? But hey, as time goes on, when all manufacturers go to wireless charging built in, it's going to be pretty cool. I think it's great. All right, guys, I'm just going to quickly, Brandon is here. Actually, I'm just going to, oops, crap. That's not supposed to happen like that. Wrong button. I'm not supposed to click on people's names, otherwise it screws up my chat client. I gotta go back. Oops. Oh well, bound to have a derp here and there, right guys? I don't have them too often. And I gotta pause the video feed, otherwise we're chewing up bandwidth. Now we can finally go back and see what's going on in the chat. I just want to catch up real good there, real quick, guys. Jordan is here, Brandon is here. Hey guys. Why can't I scroll? Of course I can't. Silly window. That's alright. Let's go. Maybe. There we go. We're back in business, guys. Ukraine's crowdfunded military drone. I thought this was pretty cool. I don't usually get into the military aspect too much on this channel, but the fact that it was crowdfunded and the fact that they're investigating RC FPV stuff, and it was kind of a neat video by Motherboard. Guys, remember you can click the link below to the main MKme.org website and you can check out all of these videos at length. Every one of them is a video format pretty much, but I thought this one worth sharing. So guys, I usually stay out of the political stuff on this channel, but I had to bring this up. Just before the broadcast, I saw this, and it was from Anonymous to Westboro Baptist Church, and I'm pretty sure there's no one here who doesn't know who Anonymous is. I'm almost certain there's probably at least one or two Anons out there that view my channel, but I saw this come in to response to the Westboro Baptist Church threatening to gate crash the funerals of the Charleston shootings. And I thought it worth sharing here because it is tech related. Anonymous is definitely a tech collaborative, and that's their main primary weapon of sorts. So guys, you can check it out on Twitter. You can go check out the links. I didn't link to this on the website. You can find it yourself because I try and keep this stuff off. But pretty crazy that Anonymous has basically put a line in the sand saying enough is enough. We're going to take action here because these people are nutty, and they'll take some tech action. They're going to take over some websites and do some things and release a whole bunch of information that people don't want released, and that's guarantee that's what's going to happen. But 2 seconds, and this is what I found on the Westboro Baptist Church Twitter feed. And guys, you can rewind this and you can read it at your leisure and probably see exactly why a bunch of high IQ people are really ticked off. So good on them in a way, just hopefully they don't do anything dumb. Newsy Tech reported Twitter and YouTube are really gearing up and putting out a lot of PR about live news reporting and how to make it really effective to channel it to users. Twitter has already done this pretty good with Periscope. They've laid the groundwork. Now all they got to do is make it funnel proper content to us, like news, which actually a bunch of news people are actually live streaming their news broadcast, which is really cool. I've watched a few of them. It's kind of neat. But YouTube has also decided to dip into these waters and has vowed to make live streaming easier and make live news more available. I think this is fantastic. I can't say enough about my support of this tech. I love live streaming. I love the concept behind it. I love that it's untainted and unbiased except for the person who's putting it out. And good on them. I hope this takes off. I really do. And I have been using Periscope quite a bit. Admittedly, there's a lot of junk on there, and it is what it is. It's a social media platform. But as time goes on and we get some decent functionality in the back end, it's going to be really cool, guys. So there's something to watch coming up in the future. Check it out. All right. Leroy said Oculus Rift is very cool. Got to put on a pair at a mini maker fair. Well, that would be pretty cool. Let me know what you thought of those. I would have loved to have played with them. Jordan is here. Rebel Coder said, any chance to start your show a little bit earlier? Not likely. No, I'm afraid. It doesn't work for anyone in the US any earlier than what we have it pretty much. So, nah. I'm going to try and we'll see what we can do with the times of the broadcast going forward. I think in the fall we're going to investigate maybe a 2-stage approach to the live broadcast times. Maybe have 1 week one time, another week another time, or maybe even more. I don't know. Definitely do it. And Glitch said Anonymous has done these kind of things before. Westboro Baptist Church has threatened to crash funerals, namely ex-military. Yeah. Basically set up a perimeter around the funeral. Yeah. So Glitch, I won't go into the details. You'll find that post from them, but the next posts after were very not tech related. They were pictures of firearms, so not cool. Hopefully they use their brains. BMS Web is here. Hey Paul, good to see you. Glad you can make it. Just started watching. Haven't missed much of the show. No, we only made it through the tech news actually, so we're doing good. So yeah, glad you can make it, buddy. And we're good. We're caught up. Let's go, guys. Community announcements, guys. So most of you that follow me probably saw the Urban Kitchen Garden went live on Hackaday. It is submitted for the 2015 Hackaday prize. I'm pretty proud of this project. I got the full YouTube video went live on Friday. The first walkthrough of the project that I've been talking about doing for 6-7 months for you guys. I've had this thing going constantly, and it does everything I wanted, and I'm pretty proud of it. And what I'm really excited about is it is in line with the Hackaday prize. So, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll win something. Guys, the link is in the description below. It's also in the description of the YouTube video. If you don't mind, if you do the project, only if you like the project, slide over to Hackaday and click that skull icon because it really helps out. It gets it... just bumped up to visibility. It did get featured on the Hackaday blog today too, but yeah, that's pretty cool. The Hackaday blog is it's just a standard tech blog, but most of the exposure stuff gets on there is just people trolling and nasty comments and stuff. I didn't have a problem, but some of the others are just brutal. But yeah, check it out, guys. If you don't mind, check out the project. We do have the Xcarve inbound CNC machine coming from inventables.com. I'm excited to get this from them. I had extensive correspondence with them, so it is ordered, it is inbound. And sometime probably this fall, when I get the thing fully assembled, we'll do some initial unboxing and look over videos and stuff, but we should be able to do some CNC milling. I'm really excited. Guys, remember, on the MKme.org website, Glitch has been so kind as to host us an IRC, an internet relay chat, live chat server. It is linked on the right-hand side of the MKme.org website. So slide over there anytime, catch up with us. I'll try and drop in after the broadcast tonight, say hi to you guys. We can have some live chat there. It's pretty awesome, actually, to be able to have just live chat without any other funky clients or anything. You don't need to install anything. You just log in with whatever username you want. Steven's here. Hey, Steven, good that you could make it. Appreciate that. And Jordan saw that on EV blog. BMS website. Paul said, I can't wait to find more about the Xcarve. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The price that they charge for those things is really reasonable. The only thing I haven't figured out yet, I don't think I got a response from them. When I agreed, I went back and forth with them a lot. And I agreed to do the video review after I determined that they'd be okay with whatever review I made. But I asked them, I'm pretty sure I sent the mail where I asked them what exactly was open source about it, because they touted it as open source, and I don't think I got a response, and I didn't see code or design drawings on their site. So I need to get to the bottom of that for you guys yet. We'll see how that goes. Glitch said might have you carve out a couple pieces from my Delta printer, be a lot more accurate than a jigsaw. Yeah, for sure. Mike's looking forward to the CNC as well. Scotty is here from Etobicoke. From rainy Etobicoke. Yeah, you're getting the rain. It just passed through here. It's actually nice now. We had a bit of a storm roll in. Lots of nasty storm stuff. And Steven said the Xcarve would be awesome when I get Eric set up with it. Absolutely, Steven. Thank you. I'm looking forward to having as many people help me with that as possible. It should be a lot of fun. All right, guys, let's go. 3D printing stuff, guys. 3D printer EDM head for machining metal. Yeah, this isn't fully 3D printing, but it is using a 3D printer assembly. Guys, you got to check out the AVE channel. I don't know what happened. Again, I'll backtrack here, guys. I share videos here that I would like people to see their channel as well as the specific video I'm sharing. That's my goal here. And AVE, I don't know how. I was subscribed, but I hadn't seen videos in forever, and I guess I assumed he dropped off the map. But my subscription went away. I was unsubscribed for whatever reason. So anyway, I'm back subscribed to him now. Loving the videos. We have another one coming up here, and I'll rant more about that. Chatbot InMove 3D printed robot. So Gael Langevin, the inventor and designer of the InMove DIY open source 3D printed humanoid robot, has now done a bunch more work on some voice recognition and some voice repeating and different audio tracks and stuff. They're using a program called My Robot Lab, and they're doing incredible things with it. And at the end of it all, it's inside of this DIY 3D printed robot. Really, really cool. Glitch has some pieces of one, and I have the arm and the head of one. So yeah, it's a fun project. Check it out, guys. And David Watts is here. Hey, David. We got the whole gang here tonight. Awesome. Glitch said that's a very interesting project from a very interesting guy. Absolutely. McBong says Arduino versus Evil is a brilliant channel. The bloke is a genius. Yeah, I'm going to rant more on that. I'm going to save it for a minute because I know I have more coming up, and I'll mention some more about him. I know I have at least one other video that I'm excited to share that half the people here have probably seen. Community support time, guys. Remember, click that thumbs up down below. It really helps. If you're not a subscriber, remember to click the subscribe, and please share these videos out whenever you see fit. Only when you see fit, though, guys. It really, really helps the channel. And as well, linked below is my Patreon campaign. I've mentioned this pretty much every live cast, but I try not to do it on my video as much, guys. AVE made a really good point about this. He has a Patreon campaign. I am a supporter of him on Patreon now. If everyone threw a buck in the hat, man, the damage we could do out there for projects would just be awesome. So if you got an extra dollar, please consider going to Patreon and supporting me there. I'd really appreciate it, guys. It really helps the channel. It'll allow us to do a lot more with this channel. On that note, some things have changed with that. So I've started and committed to another video series strictly for channel supporters, and the first one went live last week. It was an electronics wiring tip. These are, I would say they're quick videos, but actually I think I have 4 of them on the editing block now, and at least one is like 8 or 10 minutes long. These are just varying videos that only will be visible and available to people who either support me on Patreon or support the channel in other ways. There's at least one person here who's like Glitch with the IRC server. This video series will be open to anyone who directly supports the channel, but Patreon is the easiest place because I can post the videos right there. So guys, going forward, that's all patrons will have access to this video series, and I think you guys are gonna like this video from this week. It's a little bit funny, some behind the scenes stuff that you've never seen before. So guys, that's my rant on that. Hopefully my chat is working. I can't scroll around. I don't like this new chat format. It's no good for my screen share because it's cutting off the bottom of the chat. I'll reformat that later. Viewer challenge for this week, guys. Each week I want to see what you're making. Love when you guys share this stuff. A lot of activity in the G Plus community, which is linked below, guys. You need to go to the MKme Plus community and check out other people's projects. But you can just hit me up direct on any of the social medias. They're all linked below and on my website. On the last 2 weeks, I gotta remember, Mr. Ziegerman shared his FT VersaWing video. This is at the local flying field where I fly. It was pretty cool to see him. He's starting out. This is a new YouTube channel, guys. I think he only has a couple of videos. He's trying real hard, making some awesome video from aerial shots. Really, really cool stuff. Love it. Harry shared with us the ESP8266 Matrix Part 2. Guys, if you're into ESP8266 stuff, check out Harry's video. Again, in the G Plus community, can't miss it. It's good stuff. He's got projects on Hackaday as well. Check him out. Dirk shared with us multiple videos. I don't know how many of them I missed here. I think there was maybe 3 on his SEMA X8C quadcopter. So very similar to what I did with the Gear Best one, except he's doing far better. He's getting more videos out than me. Really good quality videos. Dirk, you're doing an awesome job. Love your videos. Did a nice review of this quad and then took it to the next level, which I'm looking forward to on mine, in making it better and making a better camera mount that actually worked for it. And I can vouch this thing worked awesome. Loved it. Glitch shared with us his rig, his PC rig, monitor setup and workbench and workspace. Really, really cool stuff. Thanks, Glitch. It's crazy wall of monitors. Too cool. Glitch also shared with us his Mega Zoom camera, which is a Hackaday project as well, guys. He's got it linked in the G Plus community. Check it out on Hackaday. Give it a skull, give it a share if you're interested and you like that project. It's pretty cool. He's doing Arduino control of a camcorder with pan and tilt, and it's working good for him. Really, really good project. Awesome stuff. Love it. All right, guys. If I missed any, I apologize, but I went through them last night, I think. I can't get project submissions in today, so if you want your projects on the live show the week of, make sure you submit it to the community before the end of the night, Sunday night, preferably. Actually, before midday Sunday would be appreciated. Yeah, everybody's noticing the HTML5 stuff and yeah, all the changes on YouTube. It's crazy. Glitch asks, what is the payload capacity on those Versas needing a carrier for the MZ1? I would say the Versa is not going to carry that. I don't know what the payload capacity would be because well, actually, it could. You can go with a smaller battery, and we have tons of room for nose weight in the things, but I don't know offhand. And let's see. Lots of chat, Kiwi chat. Good. Lots of Google and YouTube chat. Good stuff, guys. I'm caught up. Let's go. From the community, guys. This is from the community of hackers, makers, everything else. AVE channel. So this is what we were talking about before, the Arduino versus Evil channel. Now that I'm back, finally back, able to see his videos again. Manly man skills. Sharpen and balance a blade in 2 minutes. So sharpening a lawnmower blade. Normally, I wouldn't give a video like this the time of day. I know how to sharpen my lawnmower blade. Guys, you gotta go and watch this video. And if you're not a subscriber to him, this video alone, you'll know why some of us are subscribed to him. I was cracking up through this. When he does these manly man skills videos, you can tell he puts a lot of work into them, and his dialogue is just bloody hilarious. Must be a Canadian thing because I really resonate with it. He's in British Columbia, Canada, but yeah, I love it. I'm glad to be supporting him on Patreon. Threw my couple bucks in the hat, so yeah, we'll see how those. Laser Saber, another channel I subscribe to. I don't know that I've ever shared here the DIY solar generator, the Solon one, and I've heard of this Solon one somewhere, and I think it was on EV blog. But he assembled this unit, just basically a standalone solar generation rig. Not much to it, but I thought it worth sharing because it's just a good build video. It's a good channel too. I like what he does, so yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Glitch says manly man skills, skookum. Skookum and Choocher, guys, and you gotta get that thing choochin'. Guys, you gotta watch the AVA channel, and yeah, you'll crack up, guaranteed. So another channel I've subscribed to, I don't think I've ever shared his videos here. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Renoa Super Genius, awesome channel. He's a younger gentleman who makes videos on you name it, anything goes, and watch him make some of the same mistakes that maybe we made when we were younger, and plows through and learns and shares, and it's really cool channel, guys. I think you'll enjoy it. But this one was pretty cool, just polishing acrylic with a blowtorch, just seeing, hey, can it be done? And it can be. So pretty cool stuff. JT65 mode, the radio hobbyist. For all of you guys into amateur radio and ham radio out there, I know there's quite a few that view this channel. This is a really cool video on the JT65 mode of transmission, and this is something I've never done, and I favorited this to come back and take another look because I had it on my list to try this. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure JT65 is the mode that the most commonly used for moon bounce, for actually bouncing a transmission off the moon and receiving it, which has been on my list to do someday, forever. Someday I'll do that. But yeah, check out the video, guys. I think you guys will like it. Pretty cool stuff. It said, oh, I think I'm caught up. David said, so I need a little bit of a steer on a project I've picked up. I need to measure dB levels in a studio environment. I've done some research, but any insight would be helpful. David, I haven't done direct dB monitoring personally myself. I'm sure somebody here has, except I did when we had like stereo comps for automotive stereo. Yeah, it was a thing here years ago. We used to put a whole bunch of subs in our cars and make lots of noise. But I haven't done anything with actual dB monitoring other than using my H4n recorder, which doesn't really measure. But yeah, I'm sure you'll find some people here. Glitch said Renoa too. Man, we're all subscribed to the same people. Yep, I think a lot of the cases we are, but I love to share the word on these channels to people who might not be subscribed, because I truly think we wouldn't be together like this if we didn't share a lot of interests, guys. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. And I think I'm caught up. Let's go. Thalmic Labs, a channel I'm not actually subscribed to. I don't even know how I stumbled stumbled across this, but it was the Mayo armband. I love this. It's a ECG. Yeah, ECG. I can't remember. It measures electrical impulses in the muscle anyway, and allows you to control an output such as a robot, or in this case on the screen there you have an in-move robot arm in the background. Really cool stuff. I love seeing this stuff, especially the EEG headsets and stuff too, and the price is finally starting to come down on this stuff. This one in particular was $199 currently. That's out of my price range still. We can't do that on the channel, although I'd love to get one to play with. But as time goes on, I think we're going to see more of this stuff. And for robotics control and prosthetic control and stuff, really cool. As this stuff moves down into the price range that us hobbyists can afford, we have the tools to put it to work. We have the microcontrollers. We have the 3D printers. Let's go with this stuff. Pretty exciting. Thought that one worth sharing. And EV Blog put out his video. He also got an X-Carve CNC milling machine, same as the one that's coming to us here. So he did the initial unboxing video. It was pretty cool to see what to expect. He got the smaller version. I got the monster. It should be neat. It was a great video he did. I really enjoyed watching it, so check it out, guys. Post-Apocalyptic Inventor, another person I support on Patreon. Love this channel. Never ceases to amaze me what he puts out. I think he's from Germany. Metalworking tools, repairing them, refinishing them, just taking old, awesome, good tools and putting them back into use. Love it. I think you guys will enjoy it. I can't say enough about this channel. Love it. Afrotech Mods, I don't know whether I've shared this channel here before. Microcontroller on fire. Took and deliberately burn up a microcontroller. Short video, not much to it. Who doesn't want to see a microcontroller burn in slow motion? Pretty cool. Julian put out How Slow is Arduino? I loved this video. So basically he was measuring the clock speed and measuring properly what the Arduino was capable of, and showing us how the interrupts built into the Arduino system have an effect on its speed and can cause, well, it actually causes a consistent drop, an area where the Arduino needs to take a break and do something else. Then he showed us how to not use Arduino code and go right into the data sheet and turn off the interrupts manually. Very, very cool stuff, guys. Loved it. Julian did one more video I really love too, how Arduino analog digital converters work. This goes for most micros, and it was awesome to see this explained in clear terms, how an analog to digital converter works. Because we take it for granted. We have these fantastic little micros that can measure things and control outputs and do whatever we want on the same pin, which is totally awesome. But it's good to understand at least the basics of what's going on in the background, and he did a really great job. It's a long video. It's over 10 minutes. Definitely worth the watch, guys. Pretty cool. Sander Kook, or Cuck, scavenging an old LCD screen when using it with Arduino. I love seeing these videos. I don't often watch a lot of parts salvage videos, but I love LCDs are something that there's so much crap we throw away that has LCDs on them, and every one of them, with a little bit of research, generally you can repurpose and use it with another microcontroller. They're really quite standard. You just need to find the chipset and find how to work with it. And he did a great job in this video of, I forget even what the component was, some random stuff, and took the time, a lot more time than I'd put into it, because I can buy an LCD cheaper than the time it took, but the principle is there. Didn't go to landfill, he repurposed it. Awesome stuff. Love it, guys. Think you will too. Jim Connor, I don't know whether Jim's here tonight. Arc transformer rides again, guys. It's a good long video of Jim playing with his arc transformer, and it's pretty cool. It's just fun when we can take the skills that we know and the toys that we have and just play with them. Pretty cool stuff, guys. Again, all these channels, you need to check them out and just subscribe to him. Jim's channel really resonates with me because he's got an awesome lab, but he's also into growing things like gardening and stuff, has an awesome greenhouse. So that's how I discovered him. On the note of growing things, guys, this isn't directly tech related, but I know I've never shared this channel before here. It's now called Learn Organic Gardening at Growing Your Greens. It used to be, it just used to be growingyourgreens.com. His name is John, if I remember right. I've watched his videos for years, and if you're into growing any, whether you have a garden or just growing whatever on your kitchen counter, you'll enjoy his videos because he speaks the truth, and I trust what he says implicitly. He's a no BS kind of guy. He's just one of those ones you can just trust. He put this video out on GMO foods. Again, it's a little bit political, but at the end of it, GMO, it's tech. It boils down to some pretty high-tech stuff, and these are the things we should understand about what's going into our food and how our food is raised and what's going on with it. Again, I don't know whether I support all the marches against things and whatnot, but the underlying content is there, and it's definitely worth watching. I think you'll enjoy it, guys. Check out his channel, especially if you're into growing anything. Just an awesome channel on plant knowledge and stuff. Leroy says, you mean analog to digital, digital to analog is not magic? Well, it is. It's totally magic. That's how those chips work, right? Glitch said he's got a large graphical LCD he wants to work with, but it's got a flat flex cable that I would need to get a connector for before I can work with it. Hack it up. Good stuff, guys. I think I'm caught up. What have we got? We're running low on time already. Let's go. From the shop this week, guys, or last couple weeks, the Peltier, I did the Peltier wallet video. Definitely turned out, well, the project overall, the first iteration was a fail, but the video was fun, the project was fun, and I intend on working on it again. The Arduino kitchen garden, we've already covered it. This video went live on Friday. I think it's already around 2,000 views, so it's doing pretty good. Guys, check it out on Hackaday. I love this project. I just really do, because I made it exactly the way I wanted. It does what I want, and the only thing I wish I would have got is a lower and wider wine cooler. Then it would fit a lot better on my counter. This one's not too bad, but it doesn't look right on my kitchen counter. I hide it elsewhere. FT Versa flight went live yesterday or Saturday. This was the very first successful flight of the Versa. Not much to see. The wind just beat that piss out of the plane. It was brutal. I would not have flown that day if I wasn't so frustrated that I just needed to maiden this thing. I wouldn't have flown anything else. No way. It was way too windy. But I got it up and I got it down, and it worked out pretty good. So check out the video, guys. This last week, the extras for the Patreon and other supporters, the first video was the wiring tip video. It went live, extra 001, and there are more to come. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know a couple of people here have viewed it. Some sneak peeks upcoming, guys. Hackaday 2015 goodies. So this will go live this week as soon as I finish the minor edits to it. This Hackaday sent me my first prize. After our Osh Park certificate, I got the Teensy LC, and that arrived as well as a surprise gift where I thought Hackaday played an epic prank on me, and you'll see it in the video, guys. I got something in the box that made 0 sense to me when I opened the box. You'll see it upcoming, and I ended up having a pretty good laugh with the Hackaday staff over it, and since they've reshipped, so check it out, guys. For the supporters, extra 002 video will go live this week. Grumpy Robots, guys, this is a bunch of footage I've been saving to do these extra series of videos for the supporters. I've been planning this for a long time, and I'm finally coming through. This one is a whole bunch of video coverage you haven't seen before, and how stubborn robots can be. And I think Leroy will probably can attest to how stubborn a robot can be. It's a lot funnier when you watch it on video after and you're not frustrated at the time. So check it out, guys. That's upcoming. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Really hope you enjoy it, guys. I'm going to try and put a lot of effort into these this separate series, hopefully, and not let it take away from the main channel. Peter asked, how do you cool your wine now? Peter, yeah, I don't. We put it in the fridge. I bought that cooler specifically for that project. I actually ordered it. It was an Amazon or Walmart. I can't remember. I ordered it online specifically for this project. I saved up my funny money, and I definitely should have got the wide one though. And Glitch said, thanks for the skull mic. Good stuff. I'm glad you guys are checking out each other's projects and stuff. I love that here. This channel, these live shows give us the opportunity to share with her like nothing else, and live interaction, and get exposed to people's projects like Glitch's Hackaday project. Awesome. Love it. Leroy's been pulling out some steppers out of old printers and old scanners. Yeah, they have awesome, tons of stepper motors and that stuff, disk drives and that too. I usually save the steppers out of them as well, because a lot of the printers are different sizes, I find, and although I haven't used them yet, someday I'm going to have a need for all these different sizes stepper motors. Someday. It's on my list. And Leroy said, robots can be frustrating. I figured if anyone knew, it would be you. Alright guys, what else we got? Viewer comments this week, guys. Let's go large view. This was on the Peltier wallet setup. I thought these worth sharing. Fantastic idea. You might want to try corrugating the heatsink, less contact with the case and more surface area contacting the air. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, not more surface area. The surface area is the same when you corrugate it, unless you added more material, like made it longer than what I did. But less contact with the case, absolutely. The whole problem with that, and the reason I published the video the way it was, is I didn't want to go improving it the same video. We'll do that later. And it was all boiled down to the heat was able to soak right back through. The passive heating and cooling actually worked. It worked really well, despite there's losses and there's heat generated by a Peltier. But it definitely, initially, I was able to measure it right away, and I can measure it just with my hands, tell that the internal element does get cooler. We just need more thermal break between the two. And again, it's not going to be efficient. This is not an end-all be-all. It is just a Peltier, but I think at 5 volts, I think this thing is going to be viable. But hey, I don't know. Let's experiment. And on that note, Joshua asked, cool idea, but doesn't it take a crap load of power? And I thought I'd respond. It's in the previous Peltier video that I did. These things at 5 volts, if I remember right, with the fan I had on it, was drawing right about 1/2 amp. So 1/2 amp, we can work with that. If you can get it to be reasonable about, well, to work, for one, to transfer heat and actually cool the inside. But at 1/2 amp, once you get your internal cooled down and we can turn it off, lipos and other battery storage and stuff now are pretty impressive. I can make something, supply something intermittently 1/2 amp for a long time. So yeah, so check it out. Yeah, around 1/2 amp at 5 volts. I think it was 3.5 amps or so wide open at 12 volts. So yeah, we'll see. Glitch said, I'll use this someday, tosses it into the massive mountain of parts in the corner and starts a landslide. Yeah, I cleaned out a lot of my junk out of the workshop lately, guys. I'll be honest, I went ripping through there about a month ago and threw out tons of stuff that I thought someday I'd need. Immediately thereafter, Murphy, next day, 2 items, immediately I need them the very next day, and I haven't touched them in 2 years. So yeah, well, that's what happens. We all know that happens. Alright guys, what else we got? I think we're getting caught up. Anything more? Getting caught up on the chat. Don't. I've got some technical difficulties here. I think we're caught up. Maybe, kind of, sort of. 7:45. We're going to be done a little bit early, but that's good because I've got to jet a little early, guys. I'm not going to open Skype lines tonight. I will say right now, before I forget, going forward, the live shows in the upcoming weeks. I'm not sure how we're going to make this work. As some of you know, I am getting married this summer, and it is only 4 weeks away. I simply am not going to be able to do the live shows each week. How many we're going to have to suspend, or whether we take a break for the remainder of the summer and pick this up in the fall, I don't know. You guys let me know. At this time, I'm going to try to just keep going as often as I can and just announce when I can't do them. But I think it bears investigation whether we put the live shows on hold, and then I can take the time where I'd be rushing around trying to get that prepped to make the normal weekly videos. I'm not sure, guys, but I can tell you, getting married is a busy time. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it throughout. So. And Scotty6 said the item being cooled is in direct contact with the cold side of the Peltier, then you don't have to cool the whole space, just the insulin. Absolutely. So initially when I tested this, what I actually did in my styrofoam cooler with fan setup, I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag here, but all I did is took an aluminum can and slid it and peeled back part of it and rolled the peeled back piece in flat against the Peltier. So the Peltier was basically cooling a beer can, and anything inside that beer can suspended in the middle of like a small cooler or completely insulated, the entire aluminum was cooled and became kind of like a little mini fridge. Worked good. Yeah. BMS Web said, wow, congratulations. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, she's here. I don't think I asked her if she wanted to come on tonight. She didn't want to come on here last night. She's been a little under the weather. And last weekend, guys, I'll be honest, the reason I couldn't do the live show was because we had our, we call them a buck and doe here in Canada. It's kind of like a party for friends and family. You get together and try to raise a little money for the wedding. More or less just an excuse to have a party, but we used to have them where you'd sell liquor and everything at it, but the laws have made that virtually impossible now in today's developed world. So we just had a big family get together with 110 of our closest friends, a big outdoor tent. It was a lot of work. It was 3 days set up and a day takedown. So yeah, lots of congrats. Thanks, guys. Glitch said Eric's not that big of a deal. Big occasion. Exceptions can be made. Yeah, awesome. Glitch said, who knows, if you need someone to stand in, I'd be up for it. Glitch, absolutely. You could stream. Like, guys, you can stream. Like, everyone. Well, let me know. There used to be a restriction on whether you had access to live streaming, and I thought it was around 1,000 subs, but I thought they fixed that everyone had access, and if you didn't, you could just email them and get live broadcast capability. But yeah, anyone here, you guys can broadcast, no worries. BMS Web says tell her to say hi. Yeah, I'll get her in here one of these days. Yeah, she's on the couch, probably having a snooze. She wasn't feeling the best, but I'll get her in here and introduce to her. I think you guys will like her. She's one of the good ones. All right, guys. I think we're caught up. Not that. We don't want to show that. The background of YouTube streaming. Very boring stuff. So, guys, I don't have anything crazy deep for our closing thoughts tonight, but in the wake of all that's happened with shootings and stuff and just horrendous stuff going on, some of it we talked about earlier, I have to share this. This is real news from CBC in Canada. This is our biggest network, and if I normally don't like mainstream media, guys, but this one honestly made me laugh. This is a real thing. The guy actually was arrested for pouring maple syrup on the sidewalk and making a mess that the road crew had to come in and clean up. This is an arrestable offense in Canada and actually makes nationwide news. Who knew? Guys, there is a lighter side to everything, apparently, as I found out this week. Top news story. Anyway, no real moral to that other than when in doubt, look for the lighter side of the media instead of focusing on all this bad stuff going on out there. Or be like us and not watch mainstream media at all, which I think a lot of people in here do. Paul said my wife refuses to take part in his two. Oh yeah, I've never. Now that you mention that, I've never seen her on any of your videos, but I've seen Thomas on tons of them. It's pretty cool, guys. You got to check out BMS Web channel. He does awesome RC videos. You'll love it, and he does it as a father and son team. Does a stellar job. You can tell it comes through in the videos. They have a blast together. It's totally cool, and that's actually how I started in RC years ago. Was my father got me into it, but unfortunately life got in the way when I got a little older. Lots of wows going on the maple syrup. Mike said your police must be bored. Yeah, our police and our mainstream media, and yeah, I don't know. I got nothing, guys. And guys, if we don't waste real maple syrup, that stuff costs big money. Even here in Canuck land, it takes mucho Canadian pesos to pay for real maple syrup here. Anyway, waffles missed out. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for today. Good luck in all your electronics ventures. I'm glad I could spend my Monday night with you again. It was good to be back with you. I love these broadcasts. Always have a blast with you guys. Lots of good tech fun, and thanks for sharing back with me this week. I've got lots of tips on YouTube channels and projects and stuff. It's been a really good couple of weeks. Lots of good interaction in the G+ community lately. I love it because that allows me a one-stop shop to see what's cool out there too. I love it. So cheers guys, good luck in all your ventures this week. Make something cool, and I don't know, just keep on making, guys. Keep sharing with each other. It's really awesome. Cheers guys.